Hi everyone, welcome to the Ani Marie YouTube channel. I'm happy that you're here. Today we're dealing with the topic is the art of healing. The art of healing, getting into those deep wounds and scars that we still have not healed from, and why they're not healing and how we can have them heal, right? So I'm excited. I hope that you guys enjoy, love, and just heal from the words and understanding. And I really hope that it hits home, that you can begin to start anew. I love you guys, and from the bottom of my heart, I give you, send all the love and great vibes your way, because you deserve it. You're extraordinary. If you haven't subscribed to the Ani Marie YouTube channel, please subscribe. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Like the video, comment, and let me know how you feel. I love you, love you, love you, and I hope that you enjoy. The more people that we can heal is the better the world will be. And I know that for a fact. And this is why I do what I do. I decided not to pick up picket signs. I decided not to march in marches, protests. I decided to make a change with my voice through online. And that's what I chose to do. One person at a time, we can change the world. And as long as we begin to get healed, oh, Candace, I love you too. As long as we can begin to get healed, we can begin to heal the nations. That's how it begins, one at a time, one step at a time. And it starts with us. Hey, Black. Hey, Love. Okay, so here we go. So I love you from the bottom of my heart. Love you, love you, love you. And today is something that I haven't talked about. I have talked about it here and there in topics that I've done, but I've never specifically talked about it. And I am excited to speak about this today, and I hope that it brings healing into my king and queens that I love so much. So the topic today that we're talking about is the art of healing. The art of healing. We've been through some things, king and queens. We've been through some things. I'm telling you, we've been through some things. And if we could write a book, welcome forward, my king. Hello, Prime. Hey, love. If we could write a book about the things and the experiences that we went through, man, would they be bestsellers? Yes, we have. Come on, king. We've been through some things. And these things that we went through it comes to a place that is really hard to articulate. The very experience. But we can talk about it. I'm writing a book now. Come on, Prime. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. That is awesome. That is awesome, love. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, anytime somebody tells me they wrote a book, Y'all can ask BK, anybody. Oh, I wrote a cookbook, bought it immediately. I support, and it's not just about Black-owned businesses and things like that. I support people that can begin to share to help heal others. You see that? People that begin to share to help heal others. So that's what and healing others, a cookbook, yes, that has to deal with healing. You're healing others to have them learn things to eat right, and wellness as a whole and things like that. You know, I'm sure Candace would have a best-selling novel. I'm sure GJ Cat would have a best-selling novel. I'm sure Vegan will have a best-selling novel. And I'm sure Morpheus Prime would have a best-selling novel. I'm sure Lotus would. And I'm telling you this because we've been through some things. We've been through some things. And the things that we have experienced is so real, and it touches home so much that we get to a point where it's torn us too much that the wound is open. And it depends on how deep the experience was. There is things that we went through, we truly, truly went through, that we have gotten torn from. And the greatest part of our strength that we felt like we could get through, someone has ripped it. And I'm not talking about just someone, hi beautiful. I'm not just talking about something that was so hard that it torn so deep. And we go through life not being able to find that bomb that could reach deep enough to start the healing. So when I talk about a topic that deals with the art of healing, I'm not just talking about healing itself, but I'm talking about the art of it. Hey, Golden. Hey, love. I'm talking about the art of it. There is a certain sequence and design that needs to happen to begin to heal from the deep things. The problem that we deal with is as we go, yes, Shy, all the love, right? As we go through what we go through, it's going to cost me something to get to that bomb that's going to heal those deep parts in my life, those deep wounds that has happened to me. It's a lot easier for me to ignore the pain. It's a lot easier for me to ignore the wound than it is to access the balm that heals that deep wound that has been caused by the traumas that I've dealt with in my life. We're going to deal with 5 steps of the art of healing, and I hope that, hey Kareem, I hope that you guys got your ears on, pen, pad, note, and all this stuff, because we're going to fly through them, and I'm going to drop some nuggets, and then we're going to get through, and we're going to go to the next one. Hi, my beautiful goddess. Welcome forward, love. Welcome forward. Hey, Miss Honey. We're going to talk about the art of healing, and there's 5 steps, and we're going to go through this fairly quickly. All right, here we go. So there's an art of healing. There's an art to it. Because like I said, there's this balm that begins to heal those real deep, deep wounds. And if we don't get this balm, come on, goddess, if we don't get this balm to be healed from these scars and these wounds that we have received that are so deep, we will continue to overlook them. But as we overlook them, they will affect every part of our life, whether we choose to believe it or not. It's a lot easier for me to forget about a wound, but what happens, oh, Naughty, hey, love, how you been? Hi, love, hey, Naughty, welcome forward, King. Eggnog, hey, Chris. The bomb goes deep, so the first thing that we're going to talk about in the art of healing is honor your pain. Honor your pain. Candy, but it's not. I'm doing excellent, Naughty. I hope you're wonderful, as you should be. Welcome forward, King. Thank you for my taps, vegan. The first step we do within the art of healing is honor your pain. What do you mean by honor it, Candy? The avoidance of pain will increase it. The more we choose not to confront the pain that we have, the more we choose not to confront the very thing that caused these scars and caused these wounds to happen, it brings us to a place to increase the pain. The more that we do not tend to a wound that is infected, the pain will increase. It will increase over time. It will begin to do nerve damage, tissue damage. This is the same thing that happens in life. When we have these deep pains and these deep scars from our childhood experiences, from relationships that we were in, from family members that did us wrong, from people that said that they loved us, but they really didn't mean it, from people that said that they loved us, but they didn't love us unconditionally. They loved us with conditions. When we have these scars that are so deep and hurt so bad that it's hard for us to get over, we come to a point where we choose to ignore it because we don't want to face the pain that it brought. If I begin to face the pain and honor that pain, to say, you feel this hurt, Candy, because you allowed someone that loved you with conditions in your circle. You got to take a part and be responsible for the part that you had. And you have to look at that person for who they are. A lot of times we don't want to face the facts that we dealt with somebody that would do us so wrong. Zuday! Hi, Zuday! We don't want to deal with the fact that we ran around for 10 years telling people that we have a best friend and that best friend ends up betraying us. Now we don't look like we have good character judgment. Now it's all on us. Now it has to deal with it's me, but they hurt me. I'm not going to bring it up because they should have never did what they did. But we don't want to be accountable for anything. And we have to be accountable and face the pain in order for us to begin to heal. Julius! Hey, King, welcome forward. Thank you, Naughty. Thank you for my tabs. Thank you, Eggnog. Thank you for my tabs. Thank you for that, Vegan. I love you. Today, I gotta take some accountability. I gotta begin to honor my pain, because if I avoid, the avoidance of pain will increase it. The more I choose to ignore that I was abused as a child and it never happened to me, the more I won't come to a place to be able to reach out, take a break, learn from it, and move on. And that is the 5 steps that we're talking about in the art of healing. The first part of it is honor your pain. The second part is to reach out. The third part is to take a break. And the fourth part is to learn from it. And the last is to move on. I could never get to those steps if I do not begin to honor the pain. I need to feel what I'm feeling. When you choose to shut your emotions down, you leave your wound open to not start the healing process. Okay? We have emotions for a reason. Energy in motion. That's what our emotions are. It is our DNA that is speaking. Who we are begins to feel this energy that we're feeling. It's energy in motion. I feel sad. I feel happy. I feel embarrassed. There's things, what we're feeling is ourself speaking. Hey, the one and only. Hey, love. So when I begin to suppress my emotions, you are suppressing yourself. And you cannot heal yourself if you are not being truly, authentically who you are. If I choose to block my emotion, then I can't authentically be Candy. I can't authentically be who I am if every time I feel something, I suppress it. Because the same way you're suppressing that thing is the same way you're suppressing the pain of what you've been through. And the more and more that we try to hide this pain and avoid it is the more that it increases. And it doesn't just increase in that area, but it begins to flow like a virus in every area of our life. We cannot think straight. We can't have the right relationships because every time we start being in a relationship or start a relationship, we start remembering the pain, the actions of someone else that said that they love us, but now someone new is saying they love us, and we're relating their action to the new person, and we can never move forward. Come on, Eggnog. That's right. Honor your pain is first. Second is reach out. Third is take a break. Fourth is learn from it. And 5 is move on. Why can't I deal with real people in my life? Why every time I start people in healing? That's right, love. Hey, Empress. Welcome forward, my love. Welcome forward, Queen. Why every time I'm dealing with something, every single time my relationships don't work out? Every time I try to move forward, I feel like I'm taking 10 steps back. Every time I'm dealing with something, it feels like I'm getting the short end of the stick. What is going on in my life that is hindering me from growing, hindering me from moving forward, hindering me from living the life that I was called to live? What is happening? Okay, let's keep going. Why does it feel like I can't go forward? What is going on? I have tried my very best. I am doing what's right. I'm trying to make sure I got the right people in my life. What is hindering me from moving forward? Have you healed from the trauma that has made you believe you're not good enough? Have you healed from the trauma that made you feel like you don't deserve unconditional love? Have you healed from the trauma that said that you would never get to the goals that have been called for your life? Have you been healed of the trauma of the conditional love that you have dealt with? Have you been healed? That is my question for you, king and queens. Have you been healed? Can you look at the very thing that brings tears to your eyes and speak about it and finish off with that you overcame and you had the victory? My D, I love you. I'm going to say that one more time. Have you been healed? Can you look at the very thing that has scarred you so deep you still remember it like it was yesterday after 37 years, 40 years, 20 years, 25 years? Have you been healed? Have you been healed? Can you face the very thing that you have experienced, and every time you remember it brings tears to your eyes? Can you look at that thing and can you speak of the victory that you had over it? Have you been healed? If you haven't come to a place to be able to talk about the victory that you had over the thing that you thought that was killing you, the thing that you thought you was gonna die in, if you're complaining still about what you went through and not overcoming it, you haven't been healed yet. Lacey Joe, I love you. I love you. Sweet chocolate. Come on, Empress. If you find yourself complaining about the thing that hurt you, that tore you down, made you feel like trash, made you feel like you don't deserve living, if you are still talking about that very thing and you have gotten over it and you still speak about all the horrible things that happened to you, baby, I'm telling you, king, you're not healed yet. I'm telling you, queen, you're not healed yet. Because if you're focusing on what has caused the pain and not getting over it, you have not been healed. The first process, it's yours. Hey, love. Come on, king. I'm going to go here for a second. I'm tired of dealing with king and queens that are dumping their mess on me because you choose not to heal. We all know people like that. We've been those people, or we are those people. I was that person. I always had something to say. I always had something to do. I always was complaining. I was always messing up relationships because people choose not to heal. Hurt people hurt people. I always had something to say. Something was wrong. Something was going, because I chose not to face and honor my pain. The first step to the art of healing, there's a process, there's a distinguished, precise process we got to go through for healing. And the first part is to honor your pain. Honor the pain. I had a huge lesson in my life, and this is going to be quick. I had a huge lesson in my life that I didn't even recognize that I was in depression, and I didn't even recognize it until 4 years later. 4 years later, I began to get the revelation that the reason why I was going through what I was going through was because I was depressed. I didn't even know it myself. A lot of times people that are in depression, they feel like they're living their best life, but they're not. Why? Candy, what do you mean? Because we choose to use these things and live a life of numbing. My best life may be me eating whatever I want. My best life may be me drinking and turning up on the weekend. My best life could be me using drugs. Whatever it is to get high. Whatever it is, that's me living my best life. But we're getting confused. Our best life has become a life of numbing. Not coming to a place to honor the pain. And once I recognized that I was in depression because I didn't choose to honor my pain, I didn't want to face the pain of all the things that I went through, I chose to bury it. Then I started, when we choose to bury something, we'll start numbing it from another area. Because I didn't want to face it and I don't want no tears to fall, because I felt like if the tears fell, then I would be defeated. And I didn't want to go through the same thing, because when we honor our pain, we begin to experience the very thing that caused it. I'm going to say that again. We begin to relive the thing that caused that pain. That's why we don't want to honor that pain. That's why we would rather avoid it. But the more that we avoid it is the more that it increases. And the more that it is like a disease in our life, and it affects every single thing that we touch. I was in depression and I realized that I lost my standard. How can you be a vegetarian, healthy, living 80% vegan lifestyle for 8 years and totally let that go out of the window because of depression? I had lost my standard. There's somewhere along the lines it snuck in and I lost my standard. Why? Because I chose not to honor my pain. I chose not to deal with those real hard, harsh feelings that happened to me because of what someone did to me and what they caused me in my life. Come on, D. You feel weak, but really you're getting stronger. Come on, King. That's what it is. That's why most wounds stay open. Come on, Naughty. Nobody wants to surrender. They don't want to surrender. They don't want to relive that pain again. I'd rather live with this wound and limp for the rest of my life than face the thing that caused it. Come on now. I would rather live with this limp for the rest of my life that will stop me from getting truly to my destiny, because one of my dreams is to run a marathon, but that limp is in my leg and I can't run anymore because of the things that I went through, and I don't want to face the very thing that caused this limp, so I will forfeit my destiny in being a marathon runner. That's what we do. That is what we do in our life. Come on. You better say that. Fiercely me, empowered by my tears, empowered by the energy that comes out of me, which is my emotions. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Square, love you. That's what I'm talking about, fiercely. Come on now. I'm empowered by the energy in motion that is coming from me, which is my emotions. I'm empowered by it. It helps me get through. And that is the thing. We always been taught to hide our weaknesses. We've been taught not to be strong, to hide our tears. And especially, I'm speaking to my divine masculinity out there, my kings. We've been taught to hide our weaknesses and our emotion. But our emotions is the strongest thing that we have because it's our energy. Come on, fiercely. No pain, no gain, goddess. Come on, King. That's what we're talking about. No pain, no gain. There's no growth without pain. We need those growing pains. We got to honor our pain so we can get through these emotional wounds. These emotional wounds. We got to get through. We got to heal those deep scars. I was in depression, didn't even know it. I was in depression for almost 2 years. 2 years later from then was when somebody came up to me and said, yeah, Candy, I'm going to tell you this. Somebody came up to me 4 years later from when I was depressed. So I was depressed for almost 2 years. 2 years later was when the Most High chose to reveal it to me. Some lady came up to me from my job and she said, you know, Candy, yeah, you look great, amazing. Yeah, you know, I'm like, yeah, you know, I lost 95 pounds, you know, 2 years ago. No, they talked about losing weight. And I said, yeah, I lost 95 pounds in 4 months. Oh, how did you do that? This and that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I was like, you know, I just started eating right, exercising, and it happened for me. Was you always overweight? No. How did it happen? I don't know. Was you depressed? I said, nah, I wasn't depressed. I wasn't depressed. I said, that was at the time I was living my best life. Look at me. Totally blind. I said, yeah, that was me living my best life. They said, so if you was living your best life, what serious thing happened to you during that time? I said, well, I got a divorce. And she was like, that's it right there. And I said, no, my divorce wasn't crazy or nothing. It was a mutual, because I wanted to start eating right again, and all the things that I stood for. I recognized that I was depressed. Was a reason why I ate, and I thought I was living my best life because I chose to eat whatever I wanted, and I was traveling and drinking, and it didn't matter, and I didn't care about my health. But I'm thinking I'm living my best life. Oh, you're going to Turks, Candy. You're going to Jamaica. You're going to Aruba. You're going to Barbados. You're going to Bermuda. Yeah, and it looked grand. Come on, Mela. Come on, Goddess. It looked grand, but everything that I stood for left. And the lady said, I know you used to eat organic all the time and you was always fitness. So there's a reason why you gained 95 pounds. And I just couldn't. And I recognized because I didn't find myself love anymore. I lost it because of the trauma that I went through. Because the pain I never honored. And ever since I recognized that, and the Most High showed me, and then I had to begin to rebuild my self-love for me. And a lot of people always say, how did you start, Candy, when you get into a place? I'm just going to answer this real fast because people always ask me that after I say that. I started, the Most High says, start with the things that you love to do with yourself. And I started to go hiking by myself again, and I didn't feel nothing the first time. And the second time I went, when I got to the top of that mountain, I felt the release. And I felt the love that I have for self again. Okay? So this thing was so sneaky that it crept in. And I didn't even recognize. Now I made a pact to myself and I said, I will never, you know they say never say never. I will never go through any great trauma in my life again and not choose to have my emotions speak. And the last thing that I went through, you guys know I was going through stuff a couple weeks ago, like this month, the month of March, real craziness in my life. And, you know, I was good enough to keep going. You know, Candy's strong. I got self-love. I've learned a lot in my time, and the Most High has taught me much. And even with all I know that I preach, come on, D. Come on, Goddess. Come on, Mela. Come on, Vegan. And all that I knew, every single thing that I knew and I was taught, I could have just kept moving. But I said, Candy, if you don't stop and start crying, I'm going to beat your tail. I said it to myself. I said, you better shed a tear because the person that you thought was your best friend for 15 years stabbed you in the back and did all type of mess to you. You better shed your tears and stop acting like you don't care about it, that you're strong enough to move on. I had to get myself together. Do y'all hear me? I had to get myself together. I made myself, because you better cry. Blue eyes. Husband of 36 years. Come on, Purple. Come on, D. Felt it only goes up here. You felt it only goes up here. Right, Mela? Only goes up from here. And I had to stop, and I needed to take that time to honor my pain. You feel like this, Candy. It hurts. Cry. If you need to cry, cry. Should it have happened to you? No. Are you a great person? Yes. Should they have ever done what they done to you? No. Do you deserve it? No. Is it wrong what they did? Yes. Do you deserve to feel pain from what they have caused? Yes. And I let the emotion flow. And that's when you honor the pain. Honor the pain. Yeah, you should feel bad because you are a good person. You did love them unconditionally and they hurt you. Honor your pain. Feel it. Feel it so that it doesn't grow as an infection inside of you. The doll, hey, beautiful. You gotta lose yourself to find yourself. You better go ahead. Right. Go. Isn't that right? Shy thing? Shoot. Acknowledge it. You acknowledge and honor that pain that you feel. You're honored. What do you mean honoring the pain? That it's okay that they did pain to you, Candy? No. Honor the pain means you're honoring the energy that you have on the inside. That honor of pain, that pain is the fight for you. That pain is the fight for you coming from the inside. That pain is saying, I want you guys to catch this. If you put your hand on a fire in a stove, the pain from you getting burned, you're going to feel in your nerves, and you're going to feel it that you're going to take your hand away. Listen to me, and I hope you guys catch this. In life, we deal with pain. When we go through the traumas, our hand is on the flame. If we choose to ignore the pain, our flesh will begin to burn. Our nerves will begin to be damaged. Are y'all getting this? If we choose to ignore the pain, it will do more damage in our life. We feel pain for a reason. It is a way to say, stop. This is not what you deserve. You shouldn't take this. This is not something that you should have. Move forward. That's what the pain is. If I didn't have the pain feeling when I put my hand on the flame, I wouldn't have moved it. When we choose, have to forgive it and myself, had to forgive it and myself to be forgiven. Right? Fiercely. Do you guys see that? So the more we cover the pain is the more damage we're doing. Then I say the avoidance of pain increases it. There's a reason why we feel pain, and we got to honor that pain. That is our self speaking and saying, I don't like what happened. It's not good what happened. But you know what? We're going to get through this thing. If I take my hand off the flame, I won't even have to deal with a wound because I felt like it was hot. But if I leave my hand there, I got to deal with fourth degree burns, third degree burns, all type of burns. I could damage the feeling in my hand, my nerves. I could damage my skin. I have to get skin grafts. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, right, scars. If you understand what I'm saying, put a 1 in the comments. If you get what I'm trying to say, we gotta heal ourselves. That way I can move forward to the second one. If you understand what I mean, thank you, King. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, D. Dancer! Candace, yes. Fiercely. Angel, okay. So you guys understand. So we honor the pain. The next thing we do, the next step to the art of healing. DJ! Hey, love! The next step to the art of healing is to reach out. Reach out. It is a lonely place. Hi, Queen D. Hey, love. It is a lonely place that we're in when we are hurt. When we have those wounds opened by the people that have either birthed us in this world. We have wounds opened by the person that said, I will love you forever. We have wounds opened from family members, friends. You're supposed to love me, but you don't. We have, I overstand and understand. Okay, King. We have those wounds. The second part of the art of healing is reach out. It can be a lonely place when we deal with these scars and these wounds that we have gotten that are so deep. At this time, you have to make sure that you are surrounded by people that love you unconditionally to help with the balm of healing. I know you went through a lot, Candy, but I'm here for you. Whatever you need. I know you did this and I know you have that, but you know what? I'm coming over because we're going to pray together. Reaching out has to deal with prayer. Reaching out has to deal with meditation. My beautiful Rican, welcome forward, love. Welcome forward, my queen. The reaching out deals with the Most High. I cannot get through this by myself. I need the Creator that has made the creation, that has made the balm of healing to speak to me. I need him to talk to me. I need him to comfort me. I need him behind me when I face this thing called pain, when I face this healing. I got to reach out. Reaching out is a place of prayer. Reaching out is a place of meditation. Reaching out is having those divine connections around you to help you through the process of healing. Go ahead, King. You are the answer to all your questions. Why? Because we are God beings. The Creator has created us in his image. We are God beings. When we begin this reach out process, what happens is, come on, D, when we begin this reach out process, what happens is we start facing these demons that we deal with. What do you mean, Candy? We start facing these things, the part of us that blame ourselves for this wound, this gash in my arm. I blame myself, but someone else is the one who did it. I'm blaming myself, but I still have a relationship with the one that did it to me. Oh, we're going to go there. The reaching out part deals with the demons that we're facing because of what we went through. Some people are walking around with open wounds with the person that did it to them. And living their life, I'm going somewhere and we're going to get a little bit deep, and living their life hemorrhaging all of that they are, while they are within a relationship with the same person that is killing them. The same person that puts new wounds and the old wounds, and all the wounds are still open. We still are connected to those people, and we blame ourselves while we're still getting wounds from the person that did it to us. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you for the taps. Come on, Candace. We talked about delusional, right? We talked about delusional. Delusional is when you lie to self. We are delusional liars to ourselves, and we walk around with the same person that is causing the wounds that we cannot heal because they choose to open it and open it and open it over and over again, and we don't love ourselves enough. And we don't love ourselves enough to cut the relationship off. We love the victimizer. We love the one that is hurting us. We love the killer. We love the enemy more than we do ourselves. That's right, King. Because the enemy is wounding me and I still have a relationship with them, but me allowing and keeping that connection with the enemy the real enemy is me, because I'm allowing them to do it. And that's what King is talking about when he says the enemy is your enemy. If I'm allowing you to do this thing, I said I can't love you more than you love yourself. Come on, goddess. And we always say that I have to love myself more at the end of the day to love you better. I have to. And if I can't do that with you, I got to disconnect from you, because then that means I'm not loving you the right way. I'm not loving me the right way. Because I have made an oath in my life that everyone I'm connected to, I'm going to love like I love me. And if I give myself 1,000, I'm going to give you 1,000. And in order for me to give you that 1,000, I got to be on 1,000. So at the end of the day, I got to love myself more to love you better. The second part of the art of healing deals with reaching out. And this reaching out, prayer and meditation, we begin to deal with self. It brings out some demons of us blaming ourselves. I'm jumping in my seat. That's right. Come on. We deal with these things of us blaming ourselves. We're blaming ourselves. And it brings out these demons. Thank you, sexy vegan. Thank you, love. We begin to blame ourselves. We begin to embrace victimhood. Y'all already know we talked about that. We begin to embrace this victim mentality. Oh, woe is me. It always happens to me. So I'm going to get cut. It's okay because I got cut before. Oh, you're going to cut me again. It's okay. This pain is familiar. So I'm comfortable with it. What? That's deep. This pain is familiar. So I'm comfortable with it. Thank you, sexy vegan. Yes. This pain is familiar. I'm comfortable with it. That's the life that we live, right? Bitterness we deal with. So in the second part of healing, we got to reach out. We got to get in deep prayer. We got to get in deep meditation. We got to be connected to the divine relationships that will help us to heal. Okay, moving on. The third, take a break. There's times that you have to stop and start taking care of self. I'm not talking about how much you love people unconditionally, whether it's your children, your parents, whoever it is. You need to stop and take a break. There has to be time for the wound to heal. We're not going to get out of a toxic relationship and be trying to heal and jump right into the next one. Because you know what you're going to do? You're taking all the baggage of what the person did to you from that relationship and you're dumping it in a new house with the next relationship. And you're wondering why you have so many issues. You want to check phones. You want to do all this. They never even gave you a reason to do it. But you're choosing to do it because you still got an open wound that you're choosing to ignore, that is festering and it is infected, and you're trying to bring that into a whole nother house, and you're wondering why this person that you met, all of a sudden things are different. It's because you have not healed from your wounds. So you gotta, hey Moss Love, you gotta take a break. Give time to allow that wound to heal. Now that you have honored your pain and now that you have reached out where you're dealing with inward, you're dealing with self. Come on, Q. You got to take time to heal. We're not jumping back into another relationship, love. We are not trying to go talk to our mother after she did all that she did. No, we got to be strong enough to go back. Do you see what I'm saying? We can't say that I'm healed from crack, but then tomorrow go in the crack house. You need time to heal. You got to heal and overcome the very thing that caused the pain. When you overcome the thing that caused the pain, then you will have strength enough on the inside to face that thing with no fear in your heart, knowing that you are a conqueror over that very mountain that did not let you move. You hear me, King and Queens? You are the most important thing in your life. I'm going to say that one more time. You are the most important thing in your life, King. You are the most important thing in your life, Queen. You are. But my kids, nope, not even your kids. But my mom, nope, not your mother. My father, nope, not your father. No, you are. Not your job, not society, not your money. You are the most important thing in your life. You gotta take care of you first. Maxie, hey love. You gotta take care of you first. You have to. Welcome forward, Native A. Power Phil, Electric Deity, gang, 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 gang. Bro for life. That's my bro for life. He ain't got nothing to say about it. He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice. You are your first priority. Come on, King. Che Che. Ah, thank you for the hearts. Right, Native. Superhero. Hey, love. Welcome back, love. Ricky. Goddess, come on. You are the most important thing in your life, so take a break. Everything can stop. The kids could stop. The parents could stop. Uncles, aunts, cousins, friends, family, all that could stop. You need to heal. So the first one is honor your pain. The second one is reach out. The third one is take a break. The fourth one is learn from it. Now that I've taken a break and now I've healed from this wound, I'm not going to go back on the crazy ass road that caused me to break my arm. I'm not going back on that road. I remember what happened to me. I got the scar to prove it, and my scar is healed. I'm not reopening this thing and going back down that road again. I'm done with people taking time out to be healed and going back to the same people that they needed to take time to be healed from. That is for someone. I'm getting tired of people. Queen Power, Dijon, hey love. I'm getting tired of people running around saying they got self-love, but as soon as they heal, they run right back to the person, to the enemy's lungs, and they begin to get hurt all over again. That is not real self-love. That is surface self-love. There is no substance there. You love yourself, and it's just like a double-minded man. It goes either way, left or right. You're not even sure about your self-love for you, because if you're running back into the lion's den when you know what happened to you before and you almost died then, and you're running back, then you do not have the self-love. You gotta learn from the things that you are healed from. Oh, thank you, King Yosef. Cannot give yourself nothing and expect to have something to offer. Come on, King. Guilty. Come on, Purple. Let's be real. Thank you, Purple, for being transparent. Queen got her hands up. I got my hands up too. You know why? Come on, Goddess. You know why I got my hands up too? It's because I've been there. I've been there. I didn't love myself enough. I needed that person's love to validate, I'm not good enough if I can't be with them. That was Candy. Well, I'm not good enough if I can't be with them. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to make this work. The nigga tried to kill you the first time. What you think's going to happen the second time? No, that you don't need anyone. I'm going to say this as loud as possible. My king and queens, you do not need anyone to validate your love or not. Anyone. You know what is you know what even is more crazy? It doesn't matter what you do or don't do, you still are worthy of love. We just crossed it all out right there. It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. It doesn't matter whether you mistakes, you do everything right. It does not matter. You still deserve love. The worst person on this earth deserves love, and the best person on this earth deserves love. It don't matter what you do or don't do, you still deserve love. Know your true worth. Come on now. Been there. Come on, Mella. If we all could be transparent and real. Hello. It's all I've known. Come on, Purple. You can't forget where you come from. That's what makes everything much more valuable. Yes. Say it. Come on, Goddess. All the love. I love the love. Know your true worth. Come on. I did it 3 times. The third time I listened to my spirit. Get your things and go and trust the Most High. Come on, Candace. That's what I'm talking about. Because he who is in me is greater than he who is in the world. That's right. We are building right. That's what I'm talking about, King. We learn from it. And the last thing for the art of healing is move on. The last thing for the art of healing, as Candace just said, and move on. When you learn from the thing that you was healed from, when you get to number 5, your scars become beautiful. When you get to number 4 and 5, your scars become beautiful. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you this right now. Y'all, some of y'all heard me say this. This necklace was from my ex. This necklace was from my ex. When I got it in my relationship, I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't mean nothing to me. Because I know the motive behind it, right? It didn't mean nothing to me. Was I in love? Yes. Was he supposedly in love with me? Yes. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show you something where your scars become beautiful. This right here didn't mean nothing to me. It wasn't until I was no longer in the relationship that we broke up that this meant the world to me. Because it reminded me of what I went through. Listen, I didn't stop there. And it reminds me of who saved me. You hear me? It reminds me of what I went through, and it reminds me of who saved me. So this heart right here reminds me of the Most High. That he chose to love me enough to take the blinders off my eyes, to expose every deep, dark thing that that person was doing to me, for me to get out before it was too late. This means everything. It doesn't represent the hurt and the pain that I went through, but it represents the person that loved me when I didn't love myself. Him. You guys get what I mean? So when you deal with 4 and 5, you deal with a place of seeing your scars as beautiful. You like looking at them because it speaks victory. You like looking at them because it says you're more than a conqueror. You like looking at them because it says I found myself. Man, am I talking to somebody in here? So the last thing is move on. I took my stuff and I moved on. The same as Candace said, I took my stuff and moved on. And you move on. You move forward. You got some scars to show that you are strong, King. You got some scars to show that you are strong, Queen. You got some scars. Yes, I have such a similar story. Come on, Goddess. That's what I'm talking about. Our destinies are different, but that journey and that road are so similar that we walk, that we go through. And you move forward. Move forward, learning from the things that you dealt with. Move forward with the honoring your pain. Move forward with reaching out. Move forward with taking a break. Move forward, learning from it, and we move forward. Nadi, hey beautiful, hey love, I love you, love you, love you. Beauty, I gave 30 years. Come on, Candace. And it's never too late. You know why, Candace? Because the Most High does not work on years. He doesn't even know time. And people could look at that as 30 years of waste, but he could expedite every single destiny and purpose and promise in your life right now, as if you never lost 30 years. We'll continue to keep him on the throne of our life. We just went through it, huh? We went through some deep things, some things that hurt, some pain, but we got through to get to a point that we are going to heal. Yes, we are going to heal so we can walk into what has been called for our life and not put a halt on it no longer, that we really just step into what the destiny has been called for us and the Most High, right? I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to Animiri YouTube channel. You're absolutely amazing, wonderful, beautiful, and continue to be awesome. And give me your comments. I love your comments because it helps me with what content I bring. So enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day. It's beautiful because you are. And I'll see you guys soon.